Oh, you are here. I was at the front going, I wonder if he's here.
Let's just measure that putter, because it's probably a good thing to film, just putting it in the machine and measuring the line loft.
Yeah.
The kid you got it off, he had a few of them, didn't he? He came in.
So yes, Matty McGill.
Yeah, he came in and he'd ordered one. That was the one he'd ordered, and then he realised it was the wrong specs, and I think he ordered another one.
Yes.
To the right specs.
Yeah.
Not sure if he's still using that or not. I haven't seen him.
No,
since,
he's still got that one. I saw that thing. That's a beast. Yeah, I remember when he had this one. He's like, "Oh, just take it for a test run. If you like it, I'll sell it to you." I was like, I knew I wanted to come see you to be fitted to one. I was like, I know what Dave's like with it. I'd rather make sure that I get what's suited to me. Took it for a test run for 3 or 4 events and went, fuck, this thing works.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing you'd note is that because you read the greens better now,
yes.
you could put any tool in your hand and you'll probably hold a lot of putts.
Well, that's probably more what it is.
Well, it's the reading, like you're picking the right targets now.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you did this 2 years ago and you changed to that, you probably wouldn't have seen a lot of change because you go out and read the greens the same.
Yeah,
it's the same shit. That's why everyone's changing putters with no success, because they read the greens the same as the last putter.
Very true.
The putters aren't making them more skillful at reading the green, so they aim it in the same spots, which is the wrong spot.
Yeah.
So putters don't change anything for the majority.
Yeah, true.
That's why I have that process, because then I'm not getting the emails saying, "Oh man, the putter don't work." And you see I hate seeing putters on Marketplace, especially if I've fitted it. It's like, fuck, what's going on here?
Yeah.
And it doesn't happen if you go through the process properly. Because when they get the putter and they misread a putt by an inch, they realise, oh, I aimed 6 inches, it was 7.
Yeah.
And it can be an inch sometimes or 2, and you read that you miss. But if you don't have a system, you blame your stroke. Inside of 10 feet, you're blaming your stroke for the majority of those putts. But the tour make percentage from 8 foot, it's 50%, isn't it?
So do you, I normally recommend to members and to people that ask me to get the green reading first.
Yeah.
Is that something you would say too?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think everyone starts in here with that first lesson, looking at the equipment and their concepts and stuff, going through all that properly first. I don't mind it starting on the green first.
I felt that was so beneficial to me. Man, I'm on autopilot with it now. I've got my own little system that I've based off that.
Yeah, it gets you in the corridor that you never aim in outside of 4% or inside of 1. So you start scaring the hole a lot, don't you?
100%.
Yeah.
What I found too is you've got the flexibility with that reading method. You can be sloppy with it. I'm very sloppy with it.
But you can also use it as a guide, as a baseline to work off.
Yeah.
So you don't have to use the system every time 1 foot past. That's where you're going to be skillful at saying, well, this is downhill, there's another tier below, I'm not going to hit this one a foot past. So
that 1 foot pass is probably the one thing I keep forgetting. I'm still, I'm doing my measurements and all that, but then I'm aiming to kill it at the hole. I keep forgetting for that 1 foot pass.
Regulating your stroke lengths, and that stuff we'll go through again.
Yeah.
But it's at the eye, isn't it? Yeah. Who's he doing?
So is that, people ask me about this putter and I have no idea, because I just have no idea. Is that the latest model, the one that's current?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything for them is current. I think this year the link will probably change. It'd have to. The link's been in the cycle now almost 3 years.
Yeah.
Or maybe longer.
Yeah.
I think I've had lab putters for 4 years.
Yeah.
And they've been in it from day one.
Yeah,
okay. Link 1 has. You've had DF1, DF2, now DF3. Yeah, you've had link 1 stay as link 1. And the MES stuff might get an update. They'll just refine it a little bit, maybe round it a little bit, I don't know. It's very square and blocky, isn't it? When you look at the fangs, those are just fangs on that first shelf. You've got 16 or so different fangs, different neck styles, and every one of them will swing different.
That's crazy, hey?
And then you've got circular mallets in the next. The fang models in the first, then the circular mallets, larger mallets, circular mallets, and then your rectangles down the end.
It's incredible all the different necks make, different characteristics to how it works, hey? The center shaft thing's probably the thing that threw me the most, getting used to that. I remember the first time I stroked with the center shaft, went, whoa, that was different.
Depending on where your hands are, the thing is with the lab is that you can get your hands forward with that center shaft. Most centers won't allow you to do that. So most center shafts, you're going to have your hands more at your sternum, belly button.
Yep.
To make the putter work. And a lot of guys aren't going to want to have their hands there. They're going to want them slightly forward. They might have played ball forward for so long. It's just not going to work for the majority. I think you want to get fitted into a putter that allows you just to set up and not sort of manipulate your setup.
Well, that's
the good thing about this is that it's centre, but the hands are slightly forward.
Yeah.
If you don't have him there, the putter doesn't work with it back here. Let's measure this thing.
Yeah, I
think I actually have measured this. It'll be in his specs from last time. It's Matty McGill, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You bring that over and I'll throw it in. Let's just zeros it.
Oh yeah.
Fuck it, this thing.
It's like a scale.
You might have to reset that fucking video yourself.
That's all right. But it still works.
It still works. It's just temperamental. Cool. Yeah, here we go. So, yeah, that putter loft. Would have thought it'd be about 4.5.
Is that
70 lie?
Yeah.
I would imagine he ordered that stock at 69. Was it a stock, did he say? When he got
I'm pretty sure he
Yeah.
said stock, yeah. I couldn't tell you for
stock
sure.
69, so you can see even the tolerance there, still within a degree, but they're not going to be 69 when you get them.
Yeah.
They're always a little bit different. And that loft with the 2 degrees forward should start at 2.5 in theory. So even though it's reading at 4.5, that press will start the putter at 2.5. Most putters measure at 3 on the market now. That'd be an average. 70 line 3 would be a standard.
Okay.
So there's a 70 and 5 with 2 degrees of lean, which takes a little bit off.
Wow.
Yeah. That's going to be a problem, right?
Yeah. So that's all part of the part of how they build it, hey?
If you don't have that press, you'll have no loft as well.
Yeah.
34. What's your wrist to floor? Let's just and more upright. This putter won't work if it plays 69 or flat. In my view, they don't work when they're flat.
Yeah,
The tool's not built that way. You got to get the player, you got to get the shaft up. So your fit with the lab would be shorter and more upright.
Okay.
You'd stand closer to the ball because you need the tool to work as it's designed. No rotation means 90 degrees.
Yeah.
So if it's not up at 90, which it can't be, it's got to at least be higher than 71, obviously lower than 80.
Yep.
If you try to play it flat, if you build one of these 66 and try to swing it, ain't gonna work. Now, if you play a blade, if you get a blade and play it up at 74, 4 up, ain't gonna really swing that well either. So you wouldn't want a blade really up.
Yep.
And you wouldn't want a mallet really flat. So yeah, they just won't swing on that plane that well because they're not designed to swing with a lot of rotation.
Wow. So you can't just buy a putter off the shelf.
Well, it's in the hand placement with this too. You wouldn't want to hold this putter reverse overlap conventional and let's say forearm sitting higher than that. When you're applying torque, this putter you'll create face rotation changes. You won't get it back to square. These putters don't like to open. So you'd have to hold this different to a blade. You'd be holding this more double overlap.
Yeah, I'm more under with that one.
Yeah, so when you're applying torque, that torque's applied evenly in the hands. So it's not going to disrupt the face, get it open somewhere, or twist it shut somewhere. So your hand placement is going to change as well as the lie. So the player will be in quite a different position. If it's fitted properly and we understand that, or the player understands it.
Well, I've definitely felt since having this, I feel like I'm more like over it. I feel like I'm taller through here. It's gonna sound weird. Taller through here, but more over it here.
Yeah.
And hands underneath, so I can just rock.
Well, the swing weight thing's is a hard one because there's no torque. So swing weight in them is sort of irrelevant anyway, but it's interesting to see how heavy some of these are. So what's that swing weight? Shit, that is heavy.
Heavy?
Well, it's heavy in a swing weight scale, yeah. So that's E7.
Yeah.
There's a lefty here, 35. Be interesting to do a test. You could probably do with that.
Is that a lefty?
Yeah, we'll just swing it back and forth. Hang on.
Oh my gosh!
Is that still recording or?
Yeah. It's got the red.
But close your eyes when you swing it back
Yeah.
and forth. Yeah. And just tell me if you can feel the putter head there.
I can feel it.
Yeah.
I can feel it probably more so than what I feel that.
Yeah, we'll just swing that one then. Do you feel the head with your eyes closed?
Not as much as I did with that one.
You feel the grip in the shaft?
I feel the grip and the tip of the shaft.
Yeah, but no real head sensation.
If I had to tell you, the tip of the shaft and probably just the outsides of the putter head, but not the putter head itself.
Yeah, so what feels heavier?
Oh, that one by far.
The TaylorMade.
Well, this one, the head feels heavier.
If it's a swing weight thing, then that would feel heavier. This is actually longer as well. So it's a longer mallet, which means it should be more. It should be swing weighting more. You'd think, wouldn't you?
Well,
it's longer too, more leverage. So yours was E7.7.
Yeah.
So this thing's swing weights at. That's E5. That's lighter.
Only just, right?
Yeah, a couple of swing weights lighter, but it felt quite a lot heavier.
Did?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't really feel anything from like probably there up. I felt everything down there.
Well, the torque is what you don't feel. That's why. The torque is the head weight, the head feel through the stroke.
Yeah.
So when you take that away, that's why you didn't feel. That's why that putter felt lighter, although it's heavier. Because the torque's gone. So when I get a lot of emails from people who have these putters saying, I want to send it back, can you put more head weight in it? I'm like, well, mate, if you put as much as you want, you're not going to feel the head. It's designed with no torque, so there is no feel. So it won't matter how much weight you keep chucking in it, you're not going to get any feeling down there.
That's crazy.
But it's not talked about enough, right? So people don't really
we don't have the understanding.
Well, not yet. Yeah, it's still pretty early days. I've thrown this back for that mob anyway. But you know what Scotty Cameron's done? He hasn't done zero torque. He's just done low torque. You know, and it was done not in the 90s. Seymour, when Payne Stewart won.
Yeah.
That putter he's holding is one of the earlier low torque putters. And they call it balanced plane, not lying or balance. Balanced plane is what they call it. So it's just pretty much exactly the same concept, but the torque's still there, it's not neutered. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
You
got all the technology, don't you?
The live stuff, live's starting again tomorrow, isn't it?
Live?
Yeah.
Next week.
Is it? Oh, is it next week?
Yeah,
okay.
it's because I'm going.
Oh, yeah. Oh, cool. Where's that? Is that the Adelaide one?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, it started that quick. Is that the first one of the week?
No, first one's Riyadh this weekend.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah,
it starts tomorrow, doesn't it? Yeah. Let's throw hack motion on.
Yeah.
Have you got a hack motion? Or
I had one and I got rid of it because I found that it was like, what I quickly found is everybody has different wrist characteristics with their swings. So I was like, and it doesn't really give you a guide on who's, like, if you have a pattern, I feel like it should tell you, look at these people's swings and try and mimic that.
Yeah.
Like, I got so lost with it, I was trying to swing like DJ. And it's like, my wrists don't move that way.
No, and I think when you work out the mobility of the wrists, but also look at your body structure and then your setup, and what hack motion can't see is your posture, how far from the ball you are, what do you look like at setup, because most of the problems start there. And if you're in a position where you have to manipulate, then your wrists aren't going to be able to work the way you want them anyway.
Well, that's what I was finding. Like, I was finding through impact, everybody's wrists through impact were like flicking, right?
Yeah.
And they tell you all the time that you should be like that at impact. But all the data shows that the good players come through and go like that. I was trying to mimic it and I couldn't.
Yeah, I think some of the, depending on the style the players got and how they swung it growing up. More now, you like DJ, they're holding onto this and they're rotating the body a lot.
Yes.
So you need a lot of spine tilt, you know. And
heaps,
trying to maintain all that, most people aren't going to get there. But that swing's different to the old-fashioned swing where there was more rotation, you know, more turning and rotating the forearms over.
Yes. The modern swing now is that very much.
It's more, holding on and using the body to rotate it. I think that, you know, body, lower body, upper body, using the ground forces now, like Justin Thomas.
Oh yeah, they would call him having early extension. That's not early extension. He's up early, like he's moving.
But he always used to wear those nice crocodile skin FootJoy shoes. Have you noticed he doesn't wear them anymore?
No.
Yeah, those FootJoys he's got now. You know why he changed shoes? Because he got too much. He got speed from shoes. So that's where they're going now. He got more speed from the ground with those new shoes. so you don't wear the other
You
ones.
know what? You're spot on
Yeah.
because with the Premiers, you feel like you've just got a platform under your foot. And
Yeah.
I went to Nike for a while, and I kid you not, I felt the sponginess of almost like a spring that would help
Yeah,
you.
okay.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, okay. But yeah, like with this thing, even on backswing, all of a sudden you start realizing that the good players, some of them aren't, like I rotate this forearm and they're all just rotating their chests. So then you start getting lost in that. Oh, mate.
I think you need some direction with someone there as well who
100%.
understands the biomechanics, because it's
I
when
feel
it
like
comes to putting, you know, with putting you're really timing your body. You're not timing the putter. You're not controlling the putter. You're timing your body, and it's body parts we need to be timing better. Most people just putt just like this, you know. It's not really.
no.
It's not using any other muscles.
No, that's
Forearms and hands is pretty much, for the majority of us, how we putt.
I'm still struggling with that now. Like, trying to stop being so handsy.
Yeah, let's calibrate this. So
Yep.
the calibration part, this has changed if you've noticed.
Is that a new? Oh, okay.
Well, it changes all the time. You would have noticed when you were calibrating it that it changed occasionally when they updated it.
Yeah.
Let's get these guys. So this part's really important that these guys are sort of the same level. Yeah, that's it. Just hold that steady there.
So this is the wrist that I have limited mobility in because I broke this wrist.
And just straight up the guts from there. Yeah. Well, most of us will get about 60 degrees of flexion.
can't.
So flex it down, just see where we're at. 50. That's pretty good.
That's
And
as
then
far as I can go.
Extend it up.
That's
40.
as
Okay.
far as I can go
Yeah,
as well.
and then put the thumb that way. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and then just lever that thumb up and down. Yeah,
So
and that's the radial. That's your club path.
that one I can get down not too bad, but
And then lunge it
up I've got nothing.
Okay. Yeah.
'Cause
You-
I
you
broke my
may be
scaphoid.
short. Yeah, you may be short 10 degrees, which isn't the end of the world.
Yeah. And like I'm having to like really get that there. Like just
Yeah.
naturally, that's probably as far as it goes. Oh, it's still the same. Yeah.
Not too bad. Cool. Well, there was one thing in the putting here I need to just update.
So the last time I come to Sawyer, I had the even roll.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see.
And it didn't have much loft on it. So
No.
you added
No,
some-
yeah.
That's right. So that would have
But it was a good
that
putter.
adjustment would have helped the ball roll. If you noticed, I don't know if you remember back.
Oh, I definitely had no problems putting with it afterwards. We did change the grip in a few bits and pieces.
Just double check this. Yeah. Cool.
That's crazy.
You just need to roll a few by yourself, man. Just settle in there.
Yep.
I'll just live mode off.
Hole on the left.
Yeah. I think you just need to roll a couple without
Without
thinking of your stroke yet, because we'll crack on in 2 minutes. But you just need to roll. Just get used to the speed.
Yep.
This thing runs at about 13, so
Oh, wicked.
like putting at Augusta. How much are you getting out a week then? 2 or 3 times? 4
Oh,
times?
nah, man.
No?
Like, since TGC's been going the way it has, I've barely played. But this year I'm going, nah, I've got to get back into it. So I'm making a conscious effort to start practicing a bit more and, yeah, play a bit more. But events-wise, like, we've got events every week. So the crew's always out there. Now I want to compete more because everyone's getting ultra competitive. These are fast, eh?
She's fast, yeah.
Far out. Just barely have to touch it.
Just hit one more and then you dialed it anyway. You got the speed now. Yeah, that El Caballo course, if someone took that over and spent some money on it.
I've not played it, eh?
Oh, you haven't? Oh, yeah, that's a cool little course. It's sort of like a bit of a cross between the quarry Joondalup. What else does it remind me of? It sort of winds in around a quarry. So there's a couple of holes where you're actually hitting, you know, the 10th hole at the cut.
10th hole to cut, yeah.
It sort of goes down, and
Yeah.
you can't see that down there. There's, I think it might be the first looks a bit like that there, where it goes up and down. You're aiming at a rock in the distance.
Oh, I like courses like that. See, the cut's my favourite course.
There's a lot of risk. Well, there's a par 4. You've got to hit like 8 or 9 iron off the tee on a par 4, which you don't normally hit, because it's straight downhill, and then you've got to chip across a little area to get it onto the green. Like, you could go for the green, but you're not going for the green on that hole. And there's another par 4 I remember having to hit 7 iron off the tee on, which is, there's a lot of really windy and up and down.
Yeah. No, I've not played it. I've been meaning to. I purposely get it put on our schedule so I can go, but then just never ever.
Someone could spend some money on it. You know, like the guys that own half the other courses, 10 Golf, I think, they've got down at the cut now as well, aren't they? And
yeah, I think so. They got Secret Harbour.
They got Maylands.
They're the next Belgravia.
Well, yeah, they've got different ideas to Belgravia. They're not putting in aqua centres and, you know, turning golf courses into
resorts,
into aqua centres. Yeah, it's great to get the family in there, but
yeah.
And at public courses, I think it warrants that. Can't do much to the private.
That's good. We need more golf courses. Is what we need.
Well, yeah, that's all set up, man. Let me just watch you hit a few. You are losing the line. Let me just line a few up with the line.
Okay.
Some of these are lined up, so I'll put a few of these to the front.
Okay.
I'll just watch you line a couple, and then maybe get a sample.
I know you hate it, but I do use the line when
it's not. Yeah, it's I base it on data I collect with the line and without it. The strokes change when you use the line. So if you line it up, your stroke will be different to if you don't line it up. And sometimes the strokes are night and day different, to the point that the line can actually hurt a lot of people just putting it down and making a stroke.
Yeah, I'm funny with the line. Like, I will use it more often. Like lag putts, like big putts, I definitely probably won't use it as much. But yeah, shorter ones, almost just want to make sure, oh well, it's the stroke. You got to make sure it's right. Too fast. Still winning. That was horrible. Fix that one.
Yeah, what's the feedback there? What do you feel like happened?
Oh, I just pulled it. I probably just got it
Felt
a bit...
like a pull?
Yeah, a bit fast on it.
Get a few more. I've got to ask you a couple of questions. I just want to let you have a roller.
Yep.
A couple before I get in your ear.
That was horrible.
When you're, I know you haven't been playing much, but are you making note of the feedback once you've hit the putts?
Oh yeah, 100%. Like,
and are you noticing the bad putts of pull? Is that something you've noticed with that? When you're missing, you're pulling.
Pull and
putts?
short is definitely the two biggest misses.
Yeah, short of the hole and then left.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good you've got you're giving yourself feedback because that helps you understand where you need to work, right?
Yeah, and I know like I fucking just struggle to focus over putts. Don't know, like I talked about it recently on the podcast. I'll look at my shoelace, start thinking about my shoelace, start thinking about dinner.
Yeah.
It's like I'm such an erratic person in real life. I need things to be fast. Otherwise, I've got too much time to think. Even over a putt, I'm like, oh, have I taken that back far enough? Is that too far back? Is that inside? Is that, oh shit, there's the ball.
Yeah.
It's just like sometimes it's just pure focus.
Is there anything you're thinking of in the backswing though when you take it away?
Just start with the rock of the shoulders. It's almost the first thing I think of is like don't start with the club head. Start with start with your body moving.
Yeah.
And then let the weight of the club head.
So there's no thoughts of how the putter's moving, travelling in the stroke? You're not trying to move it in any fashion?
No, definitely not. I know with the even roll, like it was always on the way back, like Zalatoris like back in the day.
Felt like it was moving outside.
Yeah. This one.
But you were very slow at the time. Like I think we did speed you up a little bit. Yeah.
And then there was also that rubber band thing that I remember you telling me about. Like when you get back, like let it sort of.
The putter's got to stay moving.
Yeah.
If you start slowing down at the top, you'll loop the putter every time.
So I think that's what I was doing, right? Was like getting to the top, almost pausing and going.
Slowing down, yeah.
Yeah, and then you end up like pushing the club face to it.
Well, you'll have to accelerate putter. If you slow down in the backstroke, at the top, then you got to hit it, and you don't want to be applying torque. Ideally, you don't want to be accelerating the putter at the ball. In the playground swing, when you kick your legs, you apply force here at the start and swing down. You apply force there and swing down and here. You don't kick your legs at the bottom. You don't try to accelerate your feet down at the bottom of the swing. It's not the place you do it.
Yeah, okay.
It's just a stupid place to even think about doing it. But with putting, you don't want to be applying torque there either. You don't want to be accelerating the putter and twisting it right as you're about to make contact.
That's very true. Never ever thought about it that way.
You want the putter coasting in the same speed. So if you hit the accelerator at the start, then before and after the ball, you're going to have an area where it's constant.
Yeah.
So your timing error becomes way easier. Like you can miss it. You could miss it a little bit, the timing.
Yeah.
The putter's still coasting there. So it's more stable.
Yeah, right.
That wasn't your last putt, I don't think. That was a misread. What happened to that? Yeah, that's a misread, sorry. Yeah, I mean, we only got a small sample of putts there.
Lots of green, is that good?
Well, when we started today, what time did we start? This is all today, just from here, is it?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, that's the first couple of putts. We should have got more of a sample.
I think those were the ones without the line, were they?
Well, there was a couple at the start, yeah. 1008, 1009, you can see the path in the face, pretty similar. We start lining putts up. The path does change, it goes a little bit more negative. I think we need to go back, just hit a few without the line, and then just watch that path and see if that changes. It's likely that when you're lining putts up, that's contributing to you hitting pulls.
Probably,
and we'll see that when we take it away. Let's just get a small sample with no line again. And you were at the start, you were hitting putts without really thinking about stroke.
Yeah.
There wasn't any line on the ball. I just said hit a few without thinking, and we didn't capture many of those, but
I feel like hitting without thinking, sometimes with the line, it's almost like you're trying to guide that line to that one, you end up creating a path.
Well, if you follow it on the way back, once the putter starts going up in the air, it can't travel straight.
Yeah.
Because the shaft's tilted, so the head needs to move up slightly inside. I'll get out of your road there. That's all right. But it's not something I'd be thinking of. I'd just put the ball down, aim the putter first though. So I'd put your feet together and just aim the putter at the target and then start getting around it.
God, I've never done this.
Once you've got it aimed and get your ball position where you want it.
My aim, even with my irons, is fucking horrible. That was different. I felt like I took it inside to start with.
That was an into-out path, yeah. That's the first into-out path of the day. And the face was 0.6, so different stroke, wasn't it?
Yeah, that felt very different. I think because I have a habit of like moving the club head once I've set it up, I always bring it back in towards me and then put it back out of the ball. Yeah, it's a different stroke.
Down Damn, we'd have missed. Oh no, we did get that data. Yep. Those first 2 top ones there, I can get it up on the screen.
Oh yeah.
But both on plane. You know, the launch thing we'll talk about. The launch angle a little high, but we can do some fine tuning.
Because I would normally just set up like that, and then once I'm over the ball, I'd bring the club back in, and settle my elbows back in.
Yeah.
And then
And then that's going to disconnect you if you get away from it again, isn't it?
Yeah, because now my elbows are no longer in because I've had to push them back out. So it's a weird. Yeah.
Well, if you watch good putters on the tour, like Jason Day would be one.
Yeah.
Or he aims the putter, he has a few looks, and then he just gets his body around it.
Tell you
it's
what,
comfortable.
I like this better, knowing that you're in the right setup position. That was a horrible backswing.
Where'd that feel like it travelled on the way back?
Woohoo!
Yeah, but maybe a little slow.
I started off with the club head. I didn't really.
It's definitely changed, but you have slowed down marginally, and that time you're at in that last putt is just borderline, is a little bit slow.
Okay.
That's where you'll feel it floating.
That felt better. Still missed, but it felt better.
It's okay. Just go again. Some pass on that. 1. Oh, quick look at an aim. So tell me when you got it aimed well, or you feel like you got it aimed well.
Yeah, okay.
You good there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My aim's always been sloppy.
Right edge is good. So where you've aimed that there on the right edge, that's where I'd want most of my students aiming it without thinking.
Yeah.
Because from here, if your pattern's closing, which yours is, you're always shut when you hit it. You never open. From here, you got 4 inches hole to play with now.
Oh.
It's like aiming down the right edge and hitting a hook. You're not going to miss the right edge. If you aim it there, there's no chance you're going to block this one.
Yeah.
Unless the path comes way in. But just make a stroke from there.
Oh, fuck. It feels like I pulled that.
We aimed it just inside of that. Get the data? Yeah. So you can see the data on that track is a positive.
Yeah.
So you've had since we took the line away, there's 3 putts that have come from inside. And a couple that were out to in were minimal. But every putt before that was poor, wasn't it?
So it's always just better without the line, isn't it?
Well, it's not saying it's better, it's just the line is an influence, is what you see there. It influences the backstroke. So if the putter travels straight and then the putter starts to move up and travel straight, it's swinging off that plane that it should be swinging on that way. It can only go up and straight if the putter's built at 90 degrees. Croquet is built that way, but we're not allowed to have putters at 90 because it's illegal. They've got to have 10 degrees of tilt. So even the most upright putter will have a head swinging marginally inside, won't it?
Yeah,
As it swings up on that tilted plane it started on.
Yeah.
It can't travel in a straight line because it's going to swing off that plane. That's a small sample, but I don't think you aim the putter bad. I like the right edge aim.
Okay, well, I like that too.
When you start lining the ball up, it puts a lot of emphasis on you aiming here because that's your intention, isn't it?
Yeah. You're going for dead center.
And now you've got less margin. With your closing pattern, you're going to miss a lot left because you're always shut. Now you've only got 0.9 degrees or 1 degree left of that, and you miss. So then you're going to start steering it and trying to sort of make the putter face stay square somewhere. And you're going to get then a mixture of lefts and rights. And unless you can put that line on that golf ball down the same every time, there's a chance that you're going to be aiming some a little bit left, some a little bit right, and then your putter face is going to come into a position that's open and closed relative to the target. You're starting left and right and left and right. If you just aim it the way you did before, you'll place it down the same every week. You'll just see that as straight, and then the putter's now starting at a 0. Every week's the same.
I'll tell you what.
Aim it again and we'll have another look.
Feel more confident. I think the line was saving this whole setup thing that I do now. So I think now I feel more confident, setting this up, knowing this is my line now.
Yeah.
Taking the from
just
the ball.
Making sure that you have a few looks and then you get your body around it. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's just right of centre. Yeah. Nothing wrong with your eyes. I just we don't back ourselves a lot. That one you might have swung a little outside on the way back, but we just don't back ourselves enough. If you look at the pass though, on those last sort of 5 putts, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard not to think about it.
this one here from, that was the first one. So
Yeah.
that path 0.7, we got a 0, we got a 1.8 positive. So these are paths coming from the inside.
Yeah.
One that's not bad at 1 degree, anything under 1.5 is good, and then a 0 and a 0.7. You look at that section prior,
Ooh.
and they're all pulls, aren't they?
Yeah. No consistency there, really.
I mean, it's a consistent pull. The speed, the speed on those last putts look better,
Yeah.
because you're looking at the target and then you're looking at the ball and the target, and now you're getting some awareness of where it is.
Yeah, yeah.
When
That
the
felt
line-
really good. I like that.
The line on the ball when you walk into it, a lot of times there's not a lot of looking at the target anymore. It's just lining it up and going.
Well, you're spot on.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I do. I don't like. I disconnect myself from the hole after that point.
Yeah,
Once I'm over the
yeah.
ball, all I'm thinking about is speed. Because I'm like, you've done the hard work to get the line there, and you pointed at the hole. Now you just think about speed.
Well, the speed issues you said you're battling with, you can see it in the data that the launch is a little bit high. Maybe we just get all these putts down. 6.7.
Just trying to hit a low flop putter, you know.
We want that launch to be around 2,
Far out.
1 to 2.5.
Yeah.
So we've got to get you on the live mode and just get you set up so you know what neutral it feels like with that putter.
I think that's the
'Cause
biggest thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's otherwise, that at the moment the ball's coming up shorts because you're losing energy through spin, and the ball's leaving like this, and you can't see it. And you can line a ball up like that, and you'll see it rolling like that. You won't know it's skidded at the start.
Yeah.
It's still rolling over end after that part. So unless you're measuring it, we're not really going to know if we're getting backspin or forward spin.
So that would
roll.
create
So,
inconsistencies with speed.
Oh yeah. Well, if you think about it, your ball starts skidding and then rolls. So if you're hitting a 10-footer that breaks a foot, you could hit 10 putts at your apex, or trying to start it and get it at the apex. The balls might never get there. They might skid and come up short, or skid and then maybe not skid on one putt, roll through, and then you've hit one past, it's gone high, and then you get one low, low, low. They're just never going to hit the same targets all the time with that skidding, are they? So
True.
straight putts, it might not be as noticeable on a good surface, but breaking putts is everything we have on the course is breaking, because there's slope there to run the water off. Can't have flat greens or it'll die.
Yeah.
Today though, where did we start? Was this today? Oh, that's 2024. Sorry, 26. So just here, these are all the putts from today. The data's in your favour a wee bit because we had some with and without the line, but it's the thing. That one big thing here would be the launch.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I didn't realise I'm hitting that high up.
well, it's the loft on the putter. The loft on the putter's got 5. You just don't have it pressed enough at setup to get it starting at 3. So we're going to need to look at your hand position, maybe getting the hands forward a little bit more.
Yeah. The data this thing gives you, man, it's out of control.
There's some good stuff in there. Let me just have a quick look at hag motion on some of these putts. It's pretty consistent with the ad loft. Yeah. When if we look at these patterns, you can move that over if you want. And if you look at them, they're the same every time.
Yeah.
When that path goes sort of outside, and you're adding loft in your takeaway as well. Let me just first putts here. The optimal patterns in these graphs is green. You're the blue. So you can see that pattern's really, really close. It starts close to there, stays a little. So as we're approaching the top of the backstroke, there's some change relative to optimal. But all these are going to tie in a little bit with this hag motion. So when you use this for a period of time, these are all the same. If you look at the flexion extension changes, which are these ones, which is your loft, and then the radial and ulnar, which is your path. If you look at those two patterns on that part, and then the next one, and then the next one, can you see how they're the same patterns every time?
Yeah.
So as we start the stroke, as you're approaching the top, there's some extension added here, on the way back. So it suggests your left hand is likely pushing the putter away at the start, or your forearm, left hand forearm's pushing it away. You go into a bit of extension at the top, so you add loft. On the way back you add it, and that's where we see it stay above the green. Now if you didn't add that extension, it's likely that you wouldn't have added the loft, you'd be down here somewhere. So if you'd flexed it, you would have been under the green.
Yeah,
right? So you can see how these intertwine a bit. The radial and on, as the putter's going away, you see the line go up, and that's this lifting. So that's the pass. If I did that with the putter, can you see how the putter's going to start to go out?
Okay.
So as you push it away and then hinge it, that can also start to reduce some rotation as well.
It stops the inside path too, hey? Because that's
It's not
pushing
gonna-
it out.
It's not going to move it in.
Yeah.
If this angle went downward, then the putter would be swinging more in. As you move the putter away, if those went down, the putter head swings up and in. Well, swings in anyway. If it goes up, it's generally going out. So you can see how they sort of relate to your path and then your add loft. And then in the backstroke, you know, the average is here with your face rotation at the start, as the putter should be opening here. So let's just say this backstroke area.
Yeah.
We're measuring opening. This is closed on that side. So as we start our stroke, the graph will move up, the face opens. Green player's 5 degrees open at the top. And let's say we're 3. So at the start though, there's some twisting, the face staying under the green or getting closed a little bit in the takeaway. So you can see as I did that, how that might start to reduce it. So if I go into some extension in that lead wrist and I cock that up, if you do that with the putter, just make that move with the putter and see what it does to the face, and you'll see why it's not opening enough.
So this is face open to the target, or open to the path?
To where you start the stroke, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. So where you're aiming at start relative to the path, yeah. So if you made a longer stroke, this would go up more.
Yeah.
If you tilted the shaft right up at, say, 80 degrees or 90, then this would come down. So the face rotation relative to the plane as well as the length of stroke.
So there's manipulation there.
A little bit in the takeaway, well, a little bit of hands in the takeaway.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we're trying to feel that upper body start it. We've got to try to get the putter, that movement started, different pattern at the start.
Yeah.
So we'll work a bit on your setup. I think distance from the ball, you know, shoulder width feet. There's some things there we'll talk about. You're getting a bit wide in your stance.
I feel it. Just when I go, oh, this looks very wide. It's like, just keep going.
But besides that, I mean, some of the stuff we just need to keep working on.
Yeah.
Acceleration's improved a lot.
Yeah.
We might just brush on this one quickly, because when we worked on this last time, it's been a while, you won't remember the graphs that much. But
I remember they weren't good.
not too bad. This is the acceleration. So what it's measuring here, just that force you're applying on the way back.
Gotta get close up like that, yeah.
So we've got to apply force away from the target.
Yep.
At the start that way, and then apply force back to the target. So Capto's measuring the negative force, which is the one on the way back, positives back to the target. We've got backstroke to here, and downstroke on that side. So the green player is the optimal, and that frequency that it looks like is a resonance, or it's a frequency we're trying to drive the putter at. If I explain the resonance, then the playground swing we talked about, if I was to kick my legs, say on that side and then on that side, if I applied a force each side it swings, that's resonating now with a force applied each side. Now if I wanted to slow it down, then I would have to sort of start to hold on to it.
Yeah.
And drive it slower, which means I'm working harder. And if I drive it slow enough, the putter's just going to do this as it moves around on the way back, or it's going to loop. You're just going to fight it because it's too slow. Until we speed it up, you'll find that resonance where the putter's not floating anymore. And then when you get above resonance, you got another problem. But most people aren't getting there. An easy way to explain it, like I did before, is the force applied away from the target needs to be the same as the force applied back. And the stroke lengths need to try to match them best you can. If you can do that, you'll be able to regulate your strokes, or the distance the ball rolls by your backstroke length, and then match that on the follow through, but keep the forces the same.
Yeah.
So your forces aren't too dissimilar. Like let's start on this side. When you apply that force at the start, this graph's dipping downward. Mm-hmm. So your volume of energy you apply is great. the length of stroke's perfect for a 10-foot putt. 22 centimeters is spot on. So that force is okay. Now, once the green player applies that force or that energy, he applies the second one here. As he's still approaching the top of the stroke, we're seeing some positive energy start as he's still going back. And then that force applied back to the target was the same. So it's got a force this way that matches that one. But the bouncing off the ropes we talked about last time is you starting to get the putter moving that way earlier. What's happening here, once you apply the force, as you get to the top, you just hesitate a little bit. You can see that sometimes. You lose a bit of energy, so that little pause at the top. Then
I do feel that sometimes.
Then you have to start to then accelerate it again. And that's change in speed is hard to be consistent when you're
I feel like
starting.
I interrupt the momentum of the actual swing sometimes. It's like you get manipulative.
I think committing to a length of stroke, understanding those lengths of strokes is important as well.
Yeah.
So the baseline stuff, I can send you this cheat sheet. Got it here somewhere. What was in here? Yeah. Most greens you'll step on will run a 10. Now these numbers are based on the ball finishing a foot past.
Yeah.
So on a green speed of 10, 22 centimetre backstroke and follow through is a 9-footer travelling 1 foot past. So basically 10-foot of ball roll. And that's that length of stroke you had. So all you needed to do is match that force back, but the hesitation then means then you've got to apply a bit more force at the end to factor in that you just lost all your speed you gathered up.
I think I'd hesitate because I'm like, I know this thing is so fast.
It is fast, yeah.
And I'd sort of put the brakes on. And this goes back to the whole like finishing a foot past. Even here, I'm not thinking about finishing a foot past. I keep thinking about the hole. I need to train that into my brain.
Well, I think you just need to if you understand some of this and how far the putter needs to travel, then you can commit to that and just make that stroke knowing it's going to go that distance. You don't have to think about how to do it so much. And just understanding, things we look at in the day, like the phone, for example. Our phones are about 6 inches roughly.
Yeah.
So 15 centimeters. So to make a 4 or 5 footer, let's say a 4 footer on that green speed. Well, let's say a 5 footer, somewhere in the middle there. If you swung the putter phone length back and forth, it's going to go 5 foot. So you'll make a 4 footer, 1 foot past, just committing to that on a flat surface, right? On a green speed of 10. But if you look at some people's strokes for 25 footers, some of them don't move it back more than that.
They just ram it.
You don't have to live and die by these, but if the tempo is the same for all of these putts, then the longer putts you're going to need to go faster.
This is big because this is like the green reading thing all over again, like committing to those numbers and going, well, you can't. Yeah, you're going to be in the ballpark. If you
think about it, instead of stroke lengths and numbers, think about it as speed. Because if you have a longer putt, you need to swing it faster. And then you'll get the length by swinging it faster. Yeah. Shorter putts will be slower, but the time and space is the same. Yeah. They will happen about a second. And Cam says it well, that quote I think I showed you last time. He says here, I want to feel like I'm hitting the putt in the backswing. So he's making sure that longer putts, he's faster. That makes a lot of sense. Correlates to his backstroke he's thinking of, because you just need to match that back to the target.
And he's a great putter.
He is a great putter, yeah. When it's done right, when it's done properly, you'll find the putter will be marginally shorter when it finishes, when we hit the ball. But yeah, just a little tune-up, man. There's not much there.
That launch is interesting.
Yeah, it's one place you can hit a brick wall with the lab fittings, because if we see that and the player doesn't want to get his hands forward, then putt ain't going to work. So you stop there. You can't order the putter from them with any more than press 3 or press 1 grip. Or you could take all the press out altogether. You might get it down a touch.
Yeah, okay.
But if you just put a normal rubber grip on it, just a normal putter grip, then you'd have your hands a bit more forward. And that would get the loft down. So you don't have to play a press grip if you don't want to. That's the only way you'll change loft and launch with lab putters is the grip. That's why they do the more press, less press.
So is that a press grip, is it?
That's press 2, yeah, there's 2 degrees in that.
Oh, because I've had heaps of people look at it and they're like, oh, which one is this, which grip? I'm like,
oh, okay, yeah.
I don't even know. So that's press 2, okay.
Yeah, well, this model, the shaft sits back 23 mils, so about 20 centimeters, 20 millimeters. So you've got 2 degrees. The DF3 is sitting like 30 millimeters back, and that's got 3 degrees. So it sort of correlates with 20 mil is 2 degrees, 30 mil is 3. So the further back it's getting, the more press you need. Effectively get the same. And then when you get to the link, you know, it's up here. The link's maybe 11 mils behind the leading edge, and that's just got a straight shaft. They build that one straight. But yeah, that's why that'll have the same grip. Like the Mez putters, they've got the same shaft entry. They literally enter at 23 mil, because I've got to put these numbers in. So all the Mez is the same putter, really, just in a fang. Exactly the same drilling position. So you should play the same, and if you've got the same grip in it, the same weight.
Yeah, right. Man, it's so technical.
Well, that stuff, you know, I think the importance in putting fitting is getting better. There's a little bit more talking about it now, and social media normally doesn't help, but it's maybe helped a little bit.
I think there's a lot more people asking the question about it now. Like, especially I know with us and our members, they're like, oh, you know, is it worth getting a putting lesson? It's like, man, don't ask me, just go. You will see.
I might just turn this on for this bit.
Because especially like, I know with Jimmy and stuff, he's like, man, you're such a good putter. I'm like, I'm actually not. It's like, there's things that have changed since Dave's, you know, implemented a few things with me, but now people are like, I need to go get a lesson. Well, go. Get checked out. I think what they get worried about is like, oh, is he just going to try and sell me a putter? It's like, he's not going to sell you anything you don't need. Like,
I don't sell putters.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So that kills it. There you go.
Well, yeah, I don't. You know, my job's not selling putters. I'm not a putter salesman. My job's making people better at putting and more skillful at putting. You know, the putter sales thing I stopped doing a few years ago because the putters don't arrive to the specs, and I spend half the time rebuilding them. I'm doing all the manufacturers rebuilding when the clubs aren't coming in right, and I've done that for years. So, you know, I can just pass the specs across. They can get it, Drummond, if they want a golf box, their local golf course, they can order it from them. For the majority anyway. Lab putter they might want to order on the website, but
that's big, man, because I know a lot of people, but I wouldn't say a lot, there's a few people especially that are like, oh, I just don't have the money to buy a putter right now. I'm like, then you don't buy it. Like, just go
maybe I need to put that on the website and actually state it on there. I don't sell putters. My job's not selling putters. Yeah.
I reckon that could be a little switch that would bring you a lot more people to come and see how their putting stroke's going.
Yeah, the whole assessment itself, if they actually read the assessment and what's involved, they would see there's no putter.
Oh, Dave, you and I know, like, I can't even get people to read bold emails in big letters saying, tuck your shirts in when you're on the golf course.
It's a nightmare, isn't it? Well, let's just get your distance from the ball. So, and we'll take a photo. We'll go through a few posture steps. Probably easier, I just do it on here.
Yeah.
So let's get you, where you are there. No, you stay up there. Yeah, the foot line should come up in a second.
This is cool.
So let's start you at 10 inches. That is 10 inches from the ball. We are there. And we'll have a look at this ball position as well. So when your left hand is starting the stroke, just show me your grip, just the grip you've got at the minute.
Yeah, that'd be it.
Yeah, lift the putter up in the air for me. We're going to leave the grip for a minute. I mean, I like the grip.
This is your grip that you taught me.
That was with the different putter design though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It may not be a perfect match for this putter. If we're going to stick with something similar, then all I'd want to do is just, if you can single overlap that pinky up in between these two.
Whereabouts?
Your pinky. And overlap it between these two. So the hand moves up and knuckle.
Well, you're going to have to do it because I'm special.
Yeah, just in there. Yeah, that's it. Those 3 fingers in there.
Oh.
It's really just getting your hands closer together. That's all.
Oh,
so you can still place them almost the same. Those thumbs will still look the same height.
Yeah.
But we're single overlapping this pinky. So the hands are just coming up, one knuckle, getting closer together. That'll reduce a bit of rotation. It's sort of close to how Cam holds it.
I was going to say, it looks like Cam Smith.
Cam does, he does move his up. He is a little closer with his hands than some with that reverse, but let's just start with that. I don't want to change it too much. I like the way you put your hands on it. It's just, I just feel like when we move these hands in a minute, we'll look at the face rotation and then we should see it starting to change. If it doesn't,
I can feel it will already because it's not going to let me.
Yeah, if it doesn't, we might need to move this guy a little bit, one side or
under?
the other. Nah, it may be more on top.
Okay.
Maybe, yeah, we'll have a look. Now, ball position, where are you playing that at the moment?
It's just forward to centre. I keep my, just, actually I don't know why I play forward to centre. I always used to be over my right eye. Yeah, it's like just.
Well, with the last putter you had, it would have been inside left foot. That's where we would have had it. This putter, you got to have the shaft in the middle of your setup. I would work on that centre of that shaft being middle. Yep. And then the ball will be an inch forward of that.
Okay.
So
it's kind of where I think I am at the moment, actually.
So no, you'd need to go that way.
So I need to go.
So just move to your left. Just leave that foot there.
Yeah.
Move that foot that way. Yeah, bit more. Yeah, and then move that foot back again. Yeah, okay. So if I put that there, that shaft would be here, or very close to that.
Okay.
Does that look a middle to you?
The shaft in the middle.
Does that look middle, that shaft?
To me, yeah. It's right under my nose.
And then once starting here, then you're going to press the grip towards your left ear. Yeah, that's what it'll feel like. And just hold that. I'll just get the live mode up, just so you can see it in front of you.
That feels like I'm trying to hit like a little low punch.
Yeah, so look up at the screen in front of you. Yeah, see how it's down the bottom left here? Press it forward till it says 2 degrees and just see what that looks like.
Far out.
No, that's too much, but ooh, might be pretty close actually. It's almost just outside that left here.
So that's saying negative
that might be yeah, well that's, the putter shaft has those 2 degrees of lean, so we may not need quite that much. We'll just roll a few in a minute, but just some references for you. If the shaft's in the middle and then that's forward at your left ear, you're going to have roughly about the right amount of press without trying to think too much about it.
I like this way the grip feels.
Yeah, no, just lift it up. We'll just quickly go through some of those posture things again. So those upper arms touch those pecs. Just fold it in a little bit. Yeah, not too much. Yeah, that's good. So the elbows, just make sure they never get pinned in here. They've got to stay free. Feel like that pistol grip there. Feel like you're shooting bullets down on the ground. Yeah. So those guns, when you tilt in a minute, feel like you're pointing a gun in the ground. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, wow.
That's the feeling, yeah. And then from here, we just got to make sure you're this side of the ball. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Just hold that while I take a photo. Nice. Now, yeah, just hover those thumbs off the grip gently, yeah. When you start the stroke, just feel like that pec, that upper arm, that pec starts the stroke. So that shoulder's going to move down about an inch, yeah. Good, yeah. Go back to the start. Feel like those wrists stay down, yeah. So make that start the stroke, go down 1 inch, yeah. As the putter moves back, that's going to just drop an inch down. Yeah, that's going to move it to there.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, the downstroke, feel like this is going to go up and behind 2 inches that way and around behind you. So it's going to move down 1 inch and it's going to go up and behind you too. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's where the should finish. The putter will swing up on its plane. So just feel like that's the only 2 things you're doing. Yeah. Make sure you always stay this side of the ball though.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
when
don't
you
rock
set up,
with it.
when you're setting up, yeah, that's it. Stay there the whole time. Yeah, nice. Just hover the thumbs off the grip. Just roll a few like that with no thumbs on there. Yeah, nice. Yeah. Yeah, put the thumbs on now. And about an 8 out of 10 grip pressure. So grip it quite firm. Feeling different.
Yeah, I like it. Just have to remember to keep my wrist cocked down.
Just want to have a look at.
I definitely like this grip better. This feels so much better.
So just, forward, make sure that shaft's starting forward, okay? We'll start to speed it up in a minute, but I'm just having a look at some of the patterns. The face change, if you look at that last one.
What is it?
Face is getting better. Previous before that.
Huh.
So the twisting's starting to go away at the start.
Well, I feel like we're like with. This is going to sound weird. Now my hands are closer together, working as one. I can't manipulate it as much.
Yeah.
I'm relying now on momentum to sort of keep things going.
Yeah, well, I think the way you place your hands now, it shouldn't disrupt the rotation as much.
So is it pinky on the outside?
Yeah, just overlapping.
Like that, right?
Yeah, and then your forefinger on the left can still overlap. Like he can still overlap too. So that one's gonna, there.
Oh, so really up there?
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Oh, wow, okay. So I've only got, it's a 6-finger grip is what I'm gonna call it.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Yeah, that's it. So staying on that side of the ball. Yeah, that's too much press. Just feel like it's up here, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that looks good. Now just start speeding it up just a little bit, the tempo. And as you're approaching the top of the backstroke, just feel like you're already starting to go back to the target. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, it felt good. I felt like I started as I took it away.
Yeah, that's the feeling, isn't it? Yeah, that's changed it. Nice.
Yeah, it's a different feeling.
Well, it's the putter's hitting it now, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
3.4. Sounds different.
Yeah.
I can see that last one, but
No, just
if we look at yeah, nice. The patterns and
that's changed.
The forces are matching. Same force that side and that side.
Yep.
The stroke lengths we haven't even started talking about yet, but this was the old pattern here. Well, as we were working on stuff, you're going to slow down, aren't you?
Yeah.
So putt time at impact 1.2. I think the slowest I've seen you before was about 1.16, which is getting a little slow. We start speeding up about now, but the last few, you see now,
I like that.
So that force that applied in the backswing is the same as the downswing force, and the second force starts back here as you're still approaching the top of the backstroke, this line. There's positive force starting to be applied already, and that's you starting to, if you want to bounce the putter, if you want to call it that, or just starting to apply force earlier. To make that graph perfect, then that follow through needed to be closer to that number. That was all.
It's funny because I was going to say the follow through felt shorter, and
it?
it's in fact longer.
yeah, I think that's the last force back to the target. We don't tend to think about this end one, which is pretty close, but that last force is important. That there's a force to stop the putter at the end.
It's got to be brakes,
and that's also the same force. So the one you're applying that way is the same as that one. It's the same as that one at the end. So really, there's three. The one at the end is important. Really
so I can tell you right now, I don't put the brakes on at all. I let impact happen, and then I just sort of let it like fizzle out.
Yeah, that's really easy to do. But I've seen the face rotations looking better. Most of these putts now, and this will change with length of stroke. But you can see we're much closer. We haven't hit a lot of putts that have been really shut. 0.8, 0.3, 0.4, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Now, I wouldn't say the face was bad at the start, but we've got
definitely more
this
zeros.
is going back to this is today. Yeah, here we go. So negatives. So the old putter down here. Last time I seen you was open. Funny, isn't it? 2024. And then today, negative. So at the worst, maybe 2 degrees. That was probably that one that went left of that hole.
Yeah.
2 degrees is a cup. So we're seeing more numbers in the 1 to 2 degrees, and then now we're seeing definitely less of that.
Yeah,
face rotation,
definitely.
way better.
Well, I definitely feel like that's the grip's contributing to that because I'm not allowed. Well, it's not allowing me to move my wrists as much.
The way you placed your hands was perfect, just for a traditional putter, rotational putter. That's how I'd want you to hold it. But doesn't always match
Yeah.
the tool that we're holding onto. The launch thing, we might just have a little look at that again. But
I'm trying to hit it up in the air.
well, it's not that. It's the start position. We still haven't found 3 degrees at start yet. So
Wow.
we might need to might just need to have a look at that. I can't really I can't really do much more in terms of press. And if you don't want your hands that far forward, then you just don't want your hands that far forward. Simple as that.
I mean, I'm not
I'm
not consciously thinking to not put them that far forward. It's just I guess I don't see the need to do it. Like now I've got the data, I know that I need to do it.
Yeah.
But when I'm standing over the ball, I don't feel like I need to be doing it.
So, but you just keep working on shaft in the middle, and then shaft of the putter in the middle.
Yeah.
And then from there, just making sure that that grip's pressed towards your left ear. I suppose there's a directional reference.
I like this grip. This feels so good. So center there and wrist down.
Yeah, just have one look up at the target. Yeah. Nice looking stroke.
Yeah, it definitely feels different.
4 degrees you started with. Put that down to 4.5.
Okay.
A lot, isn't it? Let's put the ball back a little bit. Let's play the ball back closer to middle. Yeah. Back of the ball, I mean, yeah. Just make sure you can see the back of the ball. Yeah.
Feels like a pull. Man, I swear I tried to like start that with like less launch, tried to not launch it.
4.5. Stop there, just not too far back. Keep that guy in. You got to feel a little bit open with that torso, marginally. Yeah, just don't want you hanging back too much. That looks good. That's what I want from there. Just keep the tempo up. It's always going to feel easier, faster.
That's the bit I forgot, is that tempo thing.
I might give you the, hit a few more. I'll give you that same putter in the straight shaft.
Yep.
It's this one. Yeah.
That one felt good, but the launch is still no good.
I'll give you this with a straight grip on it. 34. So I've got the exact grip that I want to give you, but
Yeah.
let's just try that. If you wanted to film me get the shaft out. You
Yeah.
don't have to, but what is that? Because I'm going to throw this together for you. But if I just open this drawer, hang on, let me just shut it and open it, because you can cut that bit out, can't you?
Yeah. Yep.
Just going to screw it down. This has no press though,
Okay.
so you won't need to get your hands that far forward. I'll throw the unit on there. We'll roll a few of that. It's cool though. Being able to change them like that. This grip's from the Link, but yeah, this putter's got no press, so.
Yep.
This is actually, you can use the counterbalance shafts for these as well, which we've got. So that's likely what you would find in that.
Ah.
Yeah, it's 38.
Whoa, that's a serious grip.
Yeah, it's graphite that as well. We'll see how you go with that.
All right, so just roll a couple of those.
Yeah, we should be good to go. Let me just put that on there. It's going to look like the same putter. Actually, one thing I actually have done with that model, and a few of them, is taken that front line off.
Okay.
So when you put these two down, that's the same putter without the line. This line might look more left now.
Oop.
That putter might look left when you look at the two, even though they're the exact same sight lines.
Yeah, right.
Can you see that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe sit it on the, or you can sit it on the ground and do it.
Oh, come on.
But yeah, our visual, when we look at that, exact same putter heads.
That's strange, eh?
So the one on the right, or this head, this will look like it's sitting more open. Let's just get the putter sitting up more flat there. Yeah. So the player might perceive this one to aim left and that one to aim right, even though they're the same. That's just me blackening.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it
me
is.
blackening out that line at the front.
Wow.
So if you have that putter long enough, then you'll notice the patterns. You'll start aiming your stroke, won't you? So
Yes.
that's what happens.
It's the joy of having an overactive brain. You're like, yeah.
But if you're thinking of stuff on the
Oh, that's just,
on the course, then the routine maybe needs some work or some changing, because it's obviously the way you're walking into the putt.
yeah. Some days my brain's just not there, and it doesn't matter what I do. I normally have a pretty solid routine, but I've just been getting so sloppy. But yeah, I definitely need to probably start practicing that a bit more.
Well, I think even when you're playing, it can be real social. You need a way to switch off between shots to get back into mode to hit the shot. With some guys on the tour will take their glove off, and then they chat away, and then when they get up to the ball, they start putting it on, and then they're back into tournament, into like game mode.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't really do that on the putting green with your glove, I guess, but
No.
there could be something you do that just clicks you back into gear.
Flip your hat backwards if
Maybe,
you're able to
yeah.
talk, and you're forward if you're not.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, maybe be able to devise something. Something good.
Just get a little red LED and just flick it on. So when people see it on your hat, it's like, oh, don't talk to him. Oh, this grip's so skinny.
Still try to hold it the same.
Yeah. So do everything the same, don't
Yeah,
change.
just try to do everything the same. The ball position's got to be marginally forward to middle, because this shaft does need to start in the middle, because there is no press in this.
Okay.
We'll just see what happens to that launch. Nice. There we go. There's 2 degrees.
Ah,
So there's the first launch today we've had that's on the money.
so we're not sending to the moon.
And the attack angle was better. So not quite so upward on that. The grip you'll start settling into that grip eventually.
Yeah, I definitely like it better. It's so much so that like before I even get ready for the shot, my brain's going, hey, change that.
So you just always want to make sure that is just gently in, slightly behind it, Putter in the shaft in the middle.
Shaft in the middle.
Forward, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, nice. So there, if you look at the data there, that's looking different.
Man,
Launches
it's
down
so
now.
different.
And you're hitting up 3, so you're getting some forward roll. At the start of the day, it was all backspin. Now there's some forward roll starting. So
Why you get fitted?
Yeah, you will start getting less balls coming up short, but you'll start doing less work because you won't need to factor in the energy loss anymore. Just ball slightly further forward of that.
Just for there?
Yeah. I like that tempo.
Yeah, it's
Not much
faster for me.
Not much can go wrong.
No, well, you don't get the opportunity to manipulate, do you? You do that.
Yeah, you can't sync mid-course adjustments anymore.
No.
You won't need to make any anyway. Let's get one from here.
Oh, it's too slow.
It's just a shorter stroke.
It was, yeah.
But that's okay. That's looking different, isn't it? When you look down at the putter, does it look any better, any worse, or
Same.
But,
I actually like the line's missing.
at the front?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the line blocks me a bit sometimes.
Yeah. Okay.
Like almost like using the line to, I don't know how
Oh,
to
the
put
line
it.
on the ball. I see you meaning that front one.
Yeah.
There. But both, I think, that front line, whether that you like looking down at the small line.
I don't know. It feels.
But in fact, there's no press in that grip. The lie on that putter would need an adjustment. That one.
Yeah.
The other putter, it's sitting a few degrees toe down. But if we just grabbed, or if we're just talking launch, might better do it in this graph. Oops. This was the first time I seen your negative loft. Remember that putter had no loft on it at all.
Hitting into the ground.
Yeah, and then we improved that and we got your launch up in that sort of area we wanted. And then today you can see it's up here at 5. And now it's trending back down to sort of that safe zone, so around the 2 degrees.
Yeah.
It said it was worsening, but it's definitely trending. It's going to start.
It's going to worsen because of that, right?
Yeah, and that's just the putter loft, which we never measured, so you wouldn't have known what it was. It's not something you really think about, to be honest. But even that, just that one putt there, that pattern's looking better. Let me get a small sample of maybe just the last five or so putts, the last 10. Putter compare. How many we got of each there, but let's get that out of the road. Not a lot of putts, probably not a big enough sample. The face is the same with both. 0.9, 0.8, 1.7. The path has changed. What you got to realize with Capto is that path's relative to your lie, and your lie with that is like 4 degrees toe down. So the path's going to be affected because of that. So when it says things like when it gives you that comparison, this is based on the lie as well, which is affecting it, isn't it? You can see that. Now that's the lab putters. It's critical those putters start flat because they won't like swinging when they're not sitting flat at takeaway.
Yeah.
So that part's really important. But if we're just talking launch, so we're at 5 degrees versus 2.
That's so much better. Just that number alone for me is really.
That is a lot. When you run these reports off, there's other things to consider. But if we just, like a lot of times fitting wise, I would only have this graph up for a fitting. Go back a few. And that's really all the student's going to see. They're going to see launch, phase change, track, and then the twisting is off-center strikes.
Yep.
And the putter reacting to that. So the putts leading up, we could see high launch, and then we change putter design about here, and then launch gets better. Face stayed pretty good. You mishit a few putts in the toe.
Yep.
Which contributed to that, but and then some of the path changes is also relative to that putter starting more toe down, which is interesting. But the lie on this one was 69, that was 70, so it's starting another degree down, which is affecting the path.
I think I was getting too conscious of the cocking too at address. I was starting to go a bit too far down.
Yeah, well, I think you were manipulating a lot with the other putter just to try to get the start right, and then all that stuff starts to go away. I think we don't want to be thinking about bugger all when we're setting up. I'll send you these photos over here and we'll have a look at these.
I think that grip alone, just that grip change feels incredible.
I mean, it wasn't the changing of the putter press was really to show you launch related changes, not really anything else. And you could see that with the press, it just doesn't quite agree with you to have your hands as far forward as you need it to get it down.
Cool how it works.
We didn't really have to battle with that other one at all to get it down, but have a look at these posture changes. These will be different. I hate how it scatters them around like that. So there's a couple of clips as well. I'm missing one here somewhere. I'm missing one from the front. Right. Where I'll put that in. Has that one got? I've just got to find your other one of those. Oh, that's at the start. So it'll be. Cool. Yeah. Well, we'll just get the setup from. Let's just do distance from the ball first, eh?
Mm-hmm.
No, we measured you at 10 inches in this photo. We'll just look at eye position. We want to see those eyes inside the ball there.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't get yourself in a bad position there at all at the start. It's a little bit more bum out. A little bit more sitting in that. You're a little bit taller in this photo on the right, aren't you?
Yeah.
You lost a little bit of tilt. Looking at that, if we're talking the photo on the right, that putter, as it is there, we would play an inch closer to the ball and more upright. So that putter would need to play marginally shorter. You get a little bit closer, and then the shaft standing up more will allow you to get your toes into here, because we really want to see your eyes here. Alternatively, we tilt more, our bum goes out more.
Yeah.
So more pelvis bend in here, more tilt.
I normally do tilt more. I think I must have just not been conscious of that at that time. Maybe just too focused on it, because the grip's that's way different. See how much more cocked down I am? It's almost like I've countered it with my tilt.
Yeah.
So would you want it cocked down and tilted? Like keep it all really over the ball?
The eyes.
So you see here, I'm definitely more down as opposed to there. I think maybe my body's going, oh, well, I'm going to stand up because you're more down here.
Yeah, I think as you toe it down, the putter feels longer because it's getting more, shaft's getting more up.
That
If you put your hands lower and you put your heel pads on top of the grip and start pressing down on the grip, then toe's going to go up. It's going to feel different, and it's going to feel longer.
Yeah.
The toe will go up, the putter will move away from you more.
Yep.
We want to try to get the forearm. I mean, I tend to look at the lab putters anyway, the shaft more up through the middle of the forearm as a rough idea. Blade putters, I still like seeing them through the forearm, but you'd be looking more down that bottom bone of the forearm.
Yep.
A little bit on the flatter side. but still around there. Tiger's sits just under. Some good putters sit with that shaft under, but they're more rotational. You'll see the guys using face balance and closer, more up.
Yep.
Tends to look like the wrists are downward more. Well, they will be. But I think, looking at your tilts in the photo on the right, it's up to you really how much tilts you want. I think those putters will play better if you are over it and closer to it.
Yeah.
So, that photo at the start's still fine. Don't mind that at all. You're just wider with your feet and you narrow over here. A little bit subjective, but I would always err on the closer to the ball, more upright. So if you want to have, if you want to look like that at setup, we'd have to shuffle in and then take a tiny bit of length off that putter to just get you in a little bit closer. Where you don't want your eyes is here, on the ball and on top of it. That's the last place you want to be.
Yeah.
In any sport, you're making a swing. Think of all the sports on the planet. You won't be able to find a sport in the world that you can be athletic and skillful with your eyes on top of the ball and make a swing. There isn't any. Think about it, like croquet is the only one, but badminton, lacrosse, hurling, baseball, cricket, hockey, everything on the planet. Defensive's on top maybe with like a bunt and maybe in cricket defense, but that old coaching of drop your eyes on the ball, not much of that around anymore, but it's still taught. But we realise we don't want to be there in any other sport because it's hard to make swings from there.
Yeah.
Without having to sort of manipulate. Unless you want to get down and collect it. It's the only time you'll be there is because you're forced to get there and get the ball from there. It's not because you want to make a swing athletically there. It doesn't happen. Some of the things are getting rewritten. Ball flight laws got rewritten, didn't they?
Now they got all the data.
We do, yeah. We understand more about the human body, way more data capture now, and that also helps. So on the left was at the start, before we touched anything. On the right was after. So one thing would be shoulder level. We're more tilted over here.
Yep.
And the hands are closer together. When your hands separate like that, the shoulders will never be level. There'll be tilts because the right hand will sit lower. So it's important that we have them at setup.
I love that.
Your grip, if you look at someone like Faxon, I think he's a great one to look at. And his hand placement's like yours. Now, that's Faxon's square.
Wow.
Square. That's what the body will look like when your right hand goes down.
I never knew that. I always thought you were like with level shoulders.
If you have your hands together, they will. That's the only way. But no one wins. That's not on the tour winning. It doesn't win fuck all for a reason. No one holds their hands like that.
That makes a lot of sense.
The tilts, when you put the hands down and offset that, we're going to need to open and tilt marginally. That's what's getting you square. But the right hand below the left wins the most on the tour. Has forever. Because from here, we're tilted and the ball's forward. The putter swings up from there. It doesn't swing up from here, left hand down. From here, we manipulate that and we rock back and we have to create some of this ourselves. And left hand low would be the worst for most golfers because they never measure and they hit down on all their putts. I don't know where they're doing it. But you won't need as much tilt as that. And now we've put your thumbs closer together than they were here. You're going to look more like, say, Cam. Yeah. And his tilts aren't quite as much because his thumbs are closer together. As simple as that.
Yeah, I love that. That grip.
It's just how the body will look at setup.
Yeah.
So wait and just get him. I know it's frustrating to do that slowly. Just before he pulls the club back. Yeah, there. So he's a right aimer. His face is wide open. Tiger's the same. He aims right of the hole from there. He's outside the hole, half a cup. He's not even aiming at the hole on that putt. And Cam, you can see here, is similar. His face is not square, it's open, and
That's
he works.
wild.
Yeah. But can you see the tilts?
Yeah.
And his upper body's a little bit open. That's why he's setting up square that way. He can't get his shoulders level. And he can't get his torso square unless he puts his thumbs the same height. So that's just showing you why on the right ear, Cam's probably a good one to look at.
So I can still bring that right hand up a bit more. See how he's literally almost on top.
Yeah, that's going to get, when you see that bone on top of that, that forearm will sit marginally higher. Mm-hmm. But I think, Cam is a skillful bloke and he's hit thousands of putts on repeat. He doesn't have any practice strokes. There's not many in the world that are skillful enough to not have practice strokes. People try to do it, but they're not Cam.
No.
There's not many on the tour that don't. So let's just draw a couple lines. So back of the golf ball, we want to make sure that you're always this side of that line. Our low point needs to be, roughly an inch to 2 inches behind. I think optimal's around 2 inches behind the golf ball. So where your shaft's starting here is an inch behind it. So we've already got some help with the lab putter. It does help players hit up because the shaft's starting so much further back. So it tends to swing up by itself. Over here, if we look at back of the golf ball, you can see how you're getting a little bit ahead of it. And both eyes now a little bit ahead, shoulders are level.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot of tilt. What would happen for the majority is the sternum matches here and they hit the ground with the putter because your low point will be where your sternum is with most of your shots. So chip shots, you're always working that way ahead of it, aren't you? You don't want to chip and hang back.
No.
You want your sternum sort of a little bit ahead of it. So where we don't want our sternum for putting is ahead of it because we don't want to hit the ground. The driver and the putter, we need to see the back of the ball. So it's the only way to get topspin. The first thing would be the putter has to start on the ground. You will never get topspin if you hover the putter. It's good to understand that. You can't hover it and get topspin because the putter has to start on the ground and work from under the equator upward and hit under the ball, under the equator slightly on and up. You can't hover the putter and do that.
No.
You're going to get a skid every time. So you'll see people hovering it, thinking it's helping because they're drop kicking the putts, maybe, and now it's just making it worse. Now we're getting some skids. So there's a few good things to understand there.
Yeah, definitely.
So if the putter starts on the ground and we make a stroke, then our head can't stay the same height, can it? We can't keep our head down and still.
No, you got to come up a bit, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and if you don't, you're gonna hit the ground. If you watch Cam, some of these good putters, Cam's a good one to watch. That green dot on the top of his cap there. Watch when he starts coming down. You see where he moved? He moves up and back. Watch Denny McCarthy here, short putt. Watch Tiger. Watch Tiger from this view. Watch Morikawa. Yeah, they will do it. We don't keep our head. We don't want to keep our head down and still. You hit the ground.
I know so many people that are just really trying to stay in that position, that set position.
Stay down. Yeah, it's not a good place to. Watch his hat.
Jeez, he goes up and back.
Yeah, he has to. Well, they're all going up and back. His is a longer putt, so you notice it more because there's more movement. If you make a full swing, then you're going down and you're moving up as that force goes that way, and then as you oppose the force on the way down, you're coming up and out of it. So you're opposing those forces. It's the same in the putting stroke.
This is what you're talking about, like feeling from up there and then up and back. Or okay.
Well, watch Morikawa coordinate his torso. He's a skillful bloke. Watch the upper body coordination.
Yeah.
See the left shoulder move up and behind.
That's probably the first thing I noticed after the hat move.
Yeah.
It was that.
He's coordinating his body, where most of us, you wouldn't see the shoulders rock at all. It would just be this.
Yeah.
There's got to be some upper body.
You can really see him putting the brakes on too, almost like at impact. Like he stops the club.
But yeah, I think a few good keys, takeaways is if you can see the back of the ball, which you can in this photo, you'll be all right.
Yeah.
From there, if you stay there, your putter's swinging up.
I'm right-eye dominance, of course. I'm going to see the back of the ball from there.
But I mean, the setup looks pretty clean. There's not much to write home about. The hand placement changed slightly.
I like it. Way better. That already. Yeah. I remember the first time you changed that, I was like, nah. 2 weeks, I was like, I can't do this. And then all of a sudden, it clicked. It clicked.
Yeah. Well, watch the two swings. I mean, I might have to send these two. I've got a guy. I've got a student about to walk in a minute. But I did allow 2 hours for us because we were going to go through a bit. You may pick up on the little hesitation at the top on this one. Actually, it wasn't too bad in the early ones. Yeah,
Very slow.
A little bit at the top. Yeah, just as you approach the top, the putter's slowing down a little bit.
I kind of stop at the back.
And you watch your head movement, and it never stays this side of the ball. It's always, if anything, we're just starting to creep a little bit ahead of it.
Yeah.
Over here. Oh, sorry. You're a little bit slower on that. That
Yeah.
was quite slow. I've got 2 of these actually. The last one, I didn't put that. That one and this one here. This was a better one. Yeah, it's easy to slow down when we were thinking of something else at the time. Try to work in on these skills independently. You don't want to think of more than one thing at a time, maybe 2 at most.
Well, it's hard with everything happening in like 1 second.
Yeah, I know. But this will look faster. This is actually the straight shaft as well on that one.
Yeah, it's faster and shorter.
Yeah, if you look at the backstroke length, follow through, they're about the same.
Yeah.
Similar forces.
It's different. I can see the momentum swing happening around the back as opposed to before. The momentum swing was happening here.
That looks clean. You're not doing much work in that photo.
No.
In that at all. The data stuff, I can send you a little bit of that. I can airdrop you these.
Yeah.
Let me airdrop you those.
I've got Samsung, but I've got my Mac here.
Oh yeah, we'll fire the Mac up and I'll airdrop it to that.
Oh, of course I shut it down.
No, they're not too bad. They load up pretty fast.
Yeah.
Those things. But yeah, I mean there was 2 putts in that sample that had a path change that is relative to the lie start position, but so that's affected that.
Yeah,
But besides that,
I do feel that was me consciously going with the
trying
overclocking.
to go a little bit more.
Yeah.
We definitely seen way less paths though, negative paths that started a trend.
I don't know. Personally, I really like the face change isn't drastic.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not
It's not going left.
violently moving.
Yeah, and we didn't see a lot of pulls at the end there. There was very little putts going left like they were at the start.
Funny because some of the putts that I felt like I'd pulled went
Yeah.
dead straight.
Yeah,
It was
interesting.
that. Yeah. I swear after hitting, I was like, oh, that's gone left. And I'm like, oh, it's staying where it is.
Yeah, when you look at the data, there wasn't many left putts. One, the last maybe.
I think my brain's trained that if that felt different, it means you've putted wrong, and you're wrong, you miss is left. So that's going
True,
left.
yeah, that makes sense.
Airdrop. Everyone. Okay, that's on.